Hey guys, I just wanted to talk about a pretty stressing matter that's happening in Australia right now. So, for those of you that aren't Australian followers, then you probably won't understand, but we're going through an election, and one of the candidates is very supportive of gay marriage. The other one is basically a homophobic misogynist. And if he gets in, which it looks like via the votes that he is going to get in, then Australia is basically going back to the 1950s. And it is the most scariest thing that's happened. I voted for, obviously, Labor, which is the guy who's in favour of gay marriage, and his values are so much better. I don't understand how people can be out there voting for Tony Abbott right now when he's supporting the higher class, which is a tiny majority in Australia. So basically, everyone that's voted for him, if they're higher class, then that's fine because they're going to be, therefore they'll be fine. But for everyone else that is lower or middle class, it's going to mean you're going to be so much worse off. Like, his policies are going to just ruin, it's going to ruin you. And I don't think people quite understand this. I mean, I understand that Labor hasn't done a great job recently, but of all things to vote Tony Abbott in is going to be a giant mistake. And it really does look like he's going to get in. And this worries me a lot. So I wanted to make quite a little bit of a rant about the Australian political system at the moment. I know that every single person that I've been speaking to on Tumblr just about the vote has voted for Labor. And it just shows that the population of teenagers, they have more common sense than the population of the adults that have gone out there and actually voted. So that's really worrying, but also comforting in the sense that I guess future generations of Australia will actually vote for the right people. I also had someone ask me if I was voting in general. One thing that I can't stand, and I did voice this, is the fact that if you don't vote at all, you don't take the time out of your day, 5 minutes, to go down and vote, then you have absolutely no right to comment if the government is fucked up. Disabled people, people with disabilities, even general people that don't care, they still go down there and they vote. Whoever they vote for, they make a contribution. If you're just a normal person that can't get out of bed and go and vote, then don't comment on the government if it sucks, because you're the reason it sucks. You didn't get out of bed and you didn't go down and vote. In my country, in Australia, it's compulsory. You actually get fined if you don't vote. So obviously most people do. But there is that tiny population that will always sit there and complain about the government when they didn't make a contribution to it, and it pisses me off. It just happens so much, and I personally will always vote. I voted last year. I voted today. And I will, if Labor doesn't get in, if Liberal does get in, then I will definitely argue and be very pissed off and make very harsh remarks about the government, because I have the ability to. I did vote, and if you don't vote, then I have no respect for you. End of story. So yeah, I just wanted to make a rant about this, and obviously I know a lot of people are going to be supportive of Labor and understand where I'm coming from. For all of you that live in America or live in countries outside of Australia, then and you probably won't have a clue of what I'm talking about, unless you're my girlfriend, because her advice was to assassinate Tony Abbott. So I'll get right on top of that, babe. Let me just go get my gun. So yeah, guys, obviously if you have any questions or queries or anything else, just comment back. And if you have any requests for next week's video, again, just give me a comment and I'll make that happen. But if not, have a good night, day, evening, wherever you are. See you later, guys.